What's up? April 15th, 2025 trade recap for my Apex 300K evals, or sorry, not evals, funded accounts. Took three trades with a combination of one trade per session, Asia, London, and New York. Um, let's get into it. Um, just a little bit of background before I get into this trade. So Asia session was kind of choppy, but I was looking at the 1 hour, and when I started watching the market, it was kind of here. So we were respecting this large 1 hour SIBI to the downside. Saw price come down and end the session or end yesterday's sessions here. And we created another SIBI with the open uh of to or yeah of the open of yesterday's session, Asia session, more like the open of the market here, and we saw price go down, didn't hit sell side, comes back up into this SIBI, and then where I started kind of paying attention was the fact that, or I was paying attention to this entire session or this entire hour of the candle where it finally closed underneath. And so after that, I was kind of looking for a bearish trade back into this BISI 1 hour that was just formed or around like somewhere around here. And I was using this range on the lower time frame. So from here to here, this leg, and I was looking for that retracement down to the 50% after we closed underneath, which the hourly close came right here. So I was looking for like a little bit of a higher time frame, sell. I was kind of away from the computer and I missed this one here. But basically, what I ended up doing was we saw this impulse down. Sell side is still sitting down here. So there's a potential for price to keep going lower, even though we are just past equilibrium. We, with this price, just tapped right back in right here. And so I took a 30-second entry right here um, as the close below occurs. Um, and, price immediately goes, but does not quite make it to TP1, which I was also holding for in terms of break even. Um, and it does eventually, like with some chop here, which kind of made me a little, yeah, and the fact that we're now already in discount according to this range. I was a little weary, but we did end up hitting TP, and then I moved to break even. And then as soon as I saw that it was gonna pull back, or like gave me an indication of like, kind of just possibly coming back at me, I just closed the trade. I was like, it's not worth, sitting here and, you know, waiting for it to go down. It does eventually hit TP2 here. I was waiting for it to hit the point seven the point seven of this OTE, sorry. Uh, and but I didn't want to wait for it. I just said, you know what? I got my TP1. I just closed it after I kind of felt like wasn't going to go right away. And yeah, I walked away. And then yeah, London session. So London session opened with this big move up Oh, actually, it was choppy, and then we had a big move up at three. Um, and I mean, like we generated this sell side here, and then also generated buy side here, 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 here. Um, and we had a really good soup at 1 o'clock my time, so 4 o'clock. I don't know if this is like a news candle or something, but that's what I kind of interpreted it as. So like basically price created this big, I'll go to the 1 minute because it's kind of what I was looking at here. So 1 minute, kind of like a data candle. And so this would be news high. So I don't know what the news is, but I don't really care. Excuse me. And the news low. And we see that price takes out the news low pretty quickly, along with the sweep of this and into this big BISI right here. So I know we're like, after a big move up, but I I kind of like in this market right now, I feel like these do pretty well. Um, this is later. Here. So 32nd, we take out the news low. We didn't get a close above here. Otherwise, this could have been the inverse that we take. I don't like to take it just off of these volume imbalances. And it was chopped, so I was like, let's wait. Waited. Beautiful V-shaped recovery right here with the 30-second inverse. Uh, and I was kind of late to the party here. It kind of went fast, so I opted to wait for a retracement. And I was hoping that it would go into this inverse fair value gap, and it did. Uh, Popped right in, showed just a bit of bullish tendency, and that's when I was like, okay, let's get in. Took a mini and got right out right away. Generally I would have targeted here, so I'm not sure why this happened. Maybe I was slow on the execution here, like getting this order here or something. I'm not sure what happened. Um, yeah, something like that. That's what happened. It actually blew past here. Maybe I was aiming for the news high, and um, yeah, I'm not sure like how that happened, but yeah, I ended up closing here. I mean, which is like a 3 hour trade. So perfect. I mean, the small wins are what I'm trying to go for. So, uh, yeah, like I was just using this as our data or as my draw on liquidity here. And it definitely hits at some point, but yeah, I just wanted to capture a bit of that and got that there. Um, and then go to New York AM, the big move up upon open. Actually took I took a 15-minute setup on open. So we had a 15-minute inverse fair value gap right here, which got inversed as soon as it closed. Took it, held it until open. Open kind of ripped up and took profit there. But then on the funded, we had this setup come where after this buy side was taken, we still had buy side liquidity up here. And we basically closed above this inverse as well. Yeah, here's the 45 right there. 45 right here. So closed up here, showing that we fully inverse this and that, our dependency for price is going to be going to this buy side. So just waited for the pullback, got it, 30-second inverse, or sorry, 15, this is 15 second. Mm, yeah, 15-second inverse right into this area, take out this sell side. I forgot. Sell side taken out here. And had this, well, I had this BISI, the first presented fair value, which is kind of what I was waiting for. And it kind of just barely, I don't know if it tapped it, but it got close enough that I was happy and gave us our setup. And then, yeah, so entered as soon as this closed and wrote it up to that guy right there. And it kind of just flicked up. So that was the actual close where I got taken out. But this was my target. So yeah, pretty awesome trades. Price was really great this like, the last few sessions and or like yeah, Asia and London. I mean, it was choppy, but once you waited for the right opportunity, kind of came. So, yeah. All right, that's the recap.